I'm sprawled out on the floor one evening, exhausted from caring for my 2-year-old daughter. Out of the corner of my eye, I see her run into view. She's carrying a large blue foam letter C. Toastmasters and guests, this is the true story of my daughter's first dinner party. She takes the large blue foam letter C, runs over to her stuffed dog, which is laying down on the floor. Bends over, proceeds to stab and jab and twist and turn over and over and over and over and over. I'm wondering what's going on here. So I ask, what's that? C!
She goes back to her business.
Clearly, I knew that that was a letter C. I intended to find out what she was pretending it to be. Unsuccessful. Eventually, she got it onto the dog and proudly walked over, set the dog on top of a stool. Now the C was under its neck like this. Seeing a new opportunity to find something out, I asked, what's that? Bib! She runs over to her kitchen with a sudden rush of energy, pulls out a basket of plastic fruits and vegetables, walks over. She takes out a plastic apple, thrusts it towards the mouth of the dog, apparently satisfied with the dog's agreement. She takes it back, shoves it towards my mouth. I pretend to take a big bite. Evidently dissatisfied with my acting performance. She shoves her hand into my mouth, rips my jaw open, puts the apple inside. Now thoroughly convinced that I enjoyed my food, she takes the apple back, has a big bite herself, discards it into the basket. This process of feeding the dog, myself, herself, repeated with the plastic eggplant, the plastic orange, the plastic mango. We got to the plastic chili pepper. I took a big bite and said, "Ooh, spicy." And she thought that was hilarious. Now we had exhausted all of the fruits and vegetables. Only bread remained. She withdrew a large plastic loaf of Italian bread from the basket and glared at me, held it close to her heart. My bread! She turned to the dog, offered it some bread. Turned back to me. Dropped it back in the basket. At this point, she took the entire basket of food, lifted it up over her head, and dumped it over herself, like she's celebrating a Super Bowl victory. Now we have food all over the floor. She proceeds to pick up each item one by one. Started with the plastic mango. She picks it up, goes to the dog. She attempts to hand it to the dog, unable to accept. It rolls back down to the floor. She picks it up again. She puts it into my hand. She takes it from my hand, throws it into her basket. "Thank you!" And this process repeated with the plastic apple. "Thank you!" The plastic eggplant. "Thank you!" The plastic orange. "Thank you!" The plastic chili pepper. "Ooh, spicy." "Hee hee 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 hee." "Thank you." At last, we once again got to the loaf of Italian bread. She picked it up off the floor, looked at me suspiciously. She attempted to hand it to the dog. It rolled down to the floor once again. She picked it up. She put it in my hand, took it from my hand very fast. "Thank you!" And she ran over to her kitchen, threw it into the cupboard, slammed the door. This dinner party was complete. Toastmasters and guests, I know that my daughter will be a wonderful entertainer of guests for many years to come. That's what I learned from this experience. In fact, we're taking reservations for our next event. Be sure to sign up today because space is limited and fills up fast. Toastmaster.